We're on a hurricane lockdown here in South Louisiana, so I figured it's a great time to talk about tools. So what we got here, we got a couple limb saws. This is your standard little packable folding limb saw. Cuts limbs. Works okay. Takes a little bit of manpower. Here's a DeWalt reciprocating saw. Cuts the heck out of some limbs. Big, bulky, hard to pack. You forget a battery, you're pretty much screwed. So keep that in mind. These two both do the same job. They both cut limbs. They both have their pros and cons. So now let's get to the harder discussion. Let's talk about stands. We have a saddle set up here. We have a lock-on and sticks here. This is I guess kind of a hot topic on social media. Nothing gets a guy more fired up than when somebody says, your new $450 saddle kit is not versatile. Well, that guy gets kind of offended and he feels the need to defend it and tell everybody why it's the greatest thing. Same thing, somebody buys a $500 Lone Wolf custom gear stand and somebody tells him the saddle's better. So he gets all mad. The simple facts are, both of them are just simply hunting tools. Both of these will absolutely get you up in a tree and get you hunting. For the most part, I've been using this hang-on and sticks for probably about 10 years, ever since I went mobile. This particular stand probably about 8. I've been tinkering with saddle hunting for probably 7 years. Got this system kind of refined down to exactly what I like about 2 years ago. So I will say that both of these will absolutely get you in just about any tree you want to get in. But there's definitely advantages to this one, and there's advantages to this one. So I'm going to give you my opinion and my thoughts. I don't necessarily think one is better than the other one. There's just certain times and certain places one may be better than the other one. So let's start with the kind of obvious thing is size. This one, I just put a tape on it. You're looking at a foot wide by, let's see, 29 inches long, about 7.5 inches tall. This one, you're looking at, I think about 22 wide. Yeah, 22 wide by 41 long and about 6 inches high, which I guess is probably less than 6 inches because you're looking at this waist belt on here. So this one won't stick out behind your back quite as far as this one will. But obviously this one's going to stay behind your shoulders. It's nice and compact. It's not going to stick up high. It's not going to hang down low. So when we're talking about strictly packing, the advantage goes to the saddle setup, no doubt. This one's going to pack better. It's going to go through brush better. Packing's going to go to this one. Now, is this one a problem to pack? Not really. It's still not sticking way far out. It's not going to hang up on brush too bad. It's just not quite as good as this one. As far as weight goes, this one's maybe 2 pounds lighter, so weight's kind of a non-factor. Okay, so setup. I have both of these set up exactly the same. I'm going to walk to the tree. I'm going to, on this one, unstrap this strap. On this one, unstrap these 2 straps. With both of them still on my back. And I'm going to immediately start climbing a tree. Both of them set up with talons. This one has pack talons. This one has regular stick talons on it. So as far as getting everything up the tree, again, it's a non-factor. They both work the same way. This one may have A little bit of a disadvantage if you're climbing something with a lot of vines, a lot of limbs, again, because it's just a little bit wider than this one, but not much difference. Okay, at hunting height, I tend to find the saddle more comfortable than a lock-on for extended sits. This one tends to hurt my back a little bit more than this one does. But again, hunting-wise, you know, sometimes we're not out there to take a nap. We're not out there to be most comfortable. Now, as far as, I guess, huntability goes, a lot comes up about 360 shooting around the tree. Can you do it? Can you not do it? How does it affect shooting a bow? My opinion, there's not a whole lot of difference between either one. I can shoot 360 out of this one. I can shoot 360 out of this one. This one, I can shoot 360 probably with a little bit less movement than this one, just because this one kind of puts the bridge is constantly an issue being right here. Now with this one, if you guys are wearing a traditional harness, you're not going to shoot 360. You are going to have issues with blind spots. But I don't wear a traditional harness in either setup. Either setup, I'm wearing my rock climbing harness. When I'm saddle hunting, I'm running this fleece saddle with this and this setup. When I'm stand hunting, running the same setup. The only difference is my fleece saddle's not in here. Okay, so the way this works, I am tied into my rock climbing harness. So when I'm turned away from the tree, I'm tethered in behind me. My tether runs down my side. Okay, so if I need to make a behind weak side shot, I can just spin around and make a shot over here. If I need to shoot behind the tree, I'm going to do something very similar to what you would do in a saddle, right? In a saddle, you're behind a tree. Well, I'm just going to use my harness. I'm tethered in right here, and I can swing out and kind of walk around the tree, pushing on the side, the same as you do the platform here. So when it comes to huntability and shooting, again, I don't really find much of a difference. I will say for me personally, the biggest advantage to the stand versus the saddle is tree selection. There have been times that I've found trees that I can't get in with this, that I can get in with this. And it's most of the time, it's really limby trees that have just a little tight window to get in. Now some could argue that you can get in it with this. And it's possible you can. You can put yourself in that little tight window, facing the tree and facing all the limbs, and then make a shot directly behind you. But for me, to put my back to the expected deer travel is kind of a disadvantage. So I would choose this stand. What I'll do again is I'll do a two-part kind of series to this. We'll put both of these in some trees and some applications and let you guys take a look, and y'all can make a decision, you know, on what you think suits your style the best. I take the saddle setup probably about 80 to 90% of the time. When I go make an out-of-state trip, I'm going to grab both of them. Most of the time, I'm going to use the saddle setup because it packs better. However, if I run into situations where I'm in, I guess, a bad tree area, really big swell butt trees at the base, really limby trees, I would be more apt to grab this one when I'm going to a destination spot to actually make a hunt. So if you guys have any questions or anything, feel free to reach out to me. Like I said, I don't really think there's a best stand. There's a best setup. There's just two tools. Both of them are going to get you up a tree, and get you hunting. Just at certain times, one may have an advantage over the other one. So stay tuned. We'll put these things in some trees, and you guys can get a better feel for what we're talking about.